I'm ready to admit that the last episodes of Acolyte surprised me. The new Sith Khmer was able to interest not only me, but also many other Star Wars fans. Yes, Khmer alone will not fix all the problems of the series, but this character is really interesting to watch, and most importantly, his story is full of secrets that will probably begin to be revealed only in the second season. Oh yes, if you didn't know, the Acolyte series has officially received an extension not only for the second, but also for the third season, and as the authors say, in this very sequel, they want to show us some of the greatest Sith from the expanded Star Wars universe. As for Khmer, they obviously tried to make him look like Darth Bane. Movements, philosophy, physical form, lightsaber fencing technique, and understanding of the dark side of the Force are all like the creature of the Rule of Two. So there is a high probability that Khmer will be able to survive the next 2 episodes of Acolyte and go straight to the second season. In addition, as Leslie Headland, the showrunner of the project, says, while writing the script of Acolyte, she was inspired by the book trilogy of Darth Bane, both parts of KOTOR, as well as the story of Plagueis and Tenebris. And in the second season, she is going to pay attention to all these characters because she wanted to do this from the very beginning, but Lucasfilm wanted to reveal more High Republic, therefore did not approve of this idea, but allowed to embody a little of each of the famous Sith in Khmer. Moreover, over time, Leslie Headland also hopes to make a big series about the Old Republic. It all sounds fun, but there are huge concerns about the quality of this series. Khmer certainly turned out to be a good character, and the 5th episode of Acolyte also turned out to be quite good. But as I said at the beginning of the video, it does not cancel out the rest of the problems of the series, of which there are a lot. Lucasfilm and especially Leslie Headland should analyze the situation and draw the right conclusions, because Acolyte really was the potential to become a really good series, and the more characters like Khmer in it, the more loyal the audience will be. Therefore, it is strictly forbidden to shoot something similar to the 3rd series. Filming of the 2nd series is scheduled to start in early 2025, and the premiere will take place no earlier than mid-2026. Well, we hope for the best. Now, I want to take a closer look at Khmer himself to see if he can reveal himself well in the 2nd season, unless of course he dies through the series. As soon as we were shown this mysterious Sith, most just laughed at him, but in the last 2 episodes, he got a good reveal and attracted a lot of interested eyes. At first, Khmer raised a lot of questions, but over time he began to answer them himself, and we were able to find out 3 important things. His helmet is made of kartosis, he is quite a lot of years old, perhaps even more than 100, and most importantly, he used to be a Jedi too. Then he reached out to the dark side of the Force and his own teacher tried to finish him off. And I would like to focus your attention on Khmer's age separately. When Osha said that she had never heard of him during her training, Khmer replied that he had been a Jedi for too long. It is likely that he lived for more than 100 years and was able to prolong his life with the help of the abilities of the dark side of the Force, as some Sith did in the expanded Star Wars universe. For example, the Dark Jedi Seth Hart, who was able to steal the holocron of the ancient Sith Darth Andedu and learn to prolong his life using the technique of mind transmigration. It would be funny if Khmer turned out to be the same Seth Hart, although Khmer probably used a different technique since there was a huge scar on his body, which means that he clearly did not move his mind. This terrible wound was left by his own Jedi teacher who tried to kill Khmer when he began to be drawn to the dark side of the Force. And this scar is another interesting detail that is worth paying attention to again. Look at its shape, it's kind of curved, while an ordinary lightsaber leaves a more direct mark. And do you know what I was thinking? Khmer said that he had been a Jedi for too long, and in the series there is also Master Venestra Rose, who has definitely lived for more than 100 years, and she is armed with a light whip. I assume that Khmer is her former student, and the scar on his body could have been left there by that whip of Venestra. Then it becomes clear why she is needed in the plot at all. Perhaps Venestra once taught Khmer, but then became the one who destroyed him, but she might not have known that the student survived. In addition, Deep down, she could understand that her student was behind the murder of the Jedi in the forest, but she did not voice it because throughout the series, we are shown that she is trying her best to hide the truth so as not to destabilize the political situation in the galaxy. However, this is just my theory, which I'm trying to connect several storylines of the series into a single whole in order to find logic, and it will certainly turn out that Camilla is much older than the same Venestra. There are so many mysteries. That's why Camilla was able to interest Star Wars fans, because he not only fights spectacularly and single-handedly takes out a group of Jedi, but also leaves behind a trail of mystery in the spirit of the Old Republic, which he really wants to explore. Therefore, I hope that he will be able to survive the first season and reveal himself even better in the second season, and not just die mediocre as it was with the Inquisitors from previous series. Again, we need to see how the Acolyte series will show itself further, but at the time of recording this video, everything is very ambiguous. We kind of got an interesting character Camilla and a spectacular lightsaber duel, as well as an attempt to reveal the philosophy of the Sith and several Easter eggs for the expanded universe, but at the same time, we have a third series which in its context resembles an urban sewer. Therefore, Lucasfilm should take Camilla and through him begin to reveal the story of the Sith further, only with great respect for the expanded universe and without any nonsense. This is the only way the second season can be good. A few years ago, after the disappointment of fans from the sequels, the company was able to work on the mistakes and put Star Wars back on the right track. But now the universe has stalled again. Something needs to change. And in conclusion, why do I think Camilla is a good character besides all that has already been said? Yes, because in some century we were shown a real powerful Sith immersed in the philosophy of the dark side of the Force, and he embodied exactly what we all originally expected from the Acolyte. The story of a strong, formidable, but intelligent Sith, and now that the audience has greeted Camilla so warmly, we need to continue his story further, and most importantly, show Plagueis and Tenebris in the second season who should receive the baton from Camilla. Moreover, the series is called Acolyte, which means that any representative of the dark side of the Force can be the main character of the Sith. So at some point, Camilla still has to give way to Tenebris, and that to Palpatine. Only then will I be ready to close my eyes to all the problems of the first season. Yes, it is to close your eyes, not to forgive. But do you like Camilla, or am I the only one who finds him interesting? And do you want him to appear in the second season? Write your opinion in the comments. Also be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all the important Star Wars news. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon. May the Force be with you.